Perfect. Does anyone not remember doing that? Alright, good. So I think we were all here for that. So what we're going to do today is we're going to be doing the anticipation guide again, but we're doing it with a twist. This time, I'm going to put back out the posters that we made, and we're refilling out the anticipation guide as if we were those characters. So, I'm going to put, does everyone remember which group they were in for the poster?
Yeah.
Okay. Was there anyone who was not here for the posters? Alright. So what I'm going to do is, once we find out how many people there is in each group, I'll divide you guys up accordingly with who doesn't have a poster. So if you weren't here for making a poster, just hang out in the front while I pass out the posters. So wait until I put them all down, and then we'll divide up into our groups. So I'm going Gatsby up front. We're going to do Daisy back here. Thank you. We're going to go with Tom up front. Tom Buchanan. Myrtle Wilson. You go back here. We're going to do Jordan Baker back here. And then the one that I'm switching up a little bit. If you were the Gatsby party, you're now Nick Carraway, the narrator. Narrator. There we go. I forgot a syllable there. You are now Nick Carraway, the narrator. So move over to the poster that you had before. The narrator. Thanks. It's like some Cars, Tomater.
Oh, Mater is my favorite.
Oh, she's so cute.
I thought I was pretty happy. I thought I'd never see this again.
Headphones are bigger than our head.
I did Myrtle.
Everything going all right back there?
Yeah, I'm trying to stay out of the way.
Perfect. All right. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to hand out the anticipation guide that we had before. Yes, this is a beautiful one. So in your groups, I'm going to have each of you are going to have to answer at least one of the questions. So the very first one, for example, is money can help us make people fall in love with us. And if you had Gatsby here, for example, you would explain, oh, well, Gatsby thinks money can make you fall in love with people because blah, blah, blah. Or he disagrees for a specific reason. I don't care if you have a specific quote from the text, but use the text to explain your answer. So like, I don't need to be like, oh, on this line on this page it says this. Just give me a summary, like, oh yeah, in chapter 3 or just in the book so far it said this, which makes me think, oh yeah, Gatsby would definitely think money makes you fall in love with people, or whether he doesn't. When I call on your groups, be prepared for a different person to answer each one. I want to see each person answer at least one of the questions out loud. So a good way to do that might be to have each person write down the answer to the question they're going to answer, or we can have one writer, just as long as when I call in that group, the person knows how to explain the answer. And you're working together to answer all of them, though. In addition, I'm going to hand out some beautifully drawn green and red cards here for the same concept as before. I just don't have the squares we had before. Thank you. You're very welcome.
This is going to be...
So does anyone have any questions right now on what we're doing? So we're looking for answers to the questions, whether we agree or disagree with them. Writing it down and have people be prepared to answer them.
Are we just going through all of them and answering all of them then?
Yep, and I'm gonna go around though for each character, be like, oh hey, so the very first one, Money by Happiness. I'll ask Adeline first, and I'll come back here to you guys for Daisy. Be like, yeah, do you guys agree or disagree?
Who drew her fingers?
expert.
Wait. So what was
We're answering all of them, but not every person has to be a part of each question. Like May, for example, might take the very first one here, and then Nick might have the answer prepared for the second one. You're gonna answer them as a group. Just make sure that when I call on your group, each of you can explain your answer. I don't need every person to talk about it.
I think he said yeah, so. I feel like yes.
Do we write it on this?
Yep. Write your answers right on the sheet of paper. Sorry guys, I forgot to tell you, write your answers right on the sheet of paper at the very end. I'm going to need your names on them and I will collect them. I don't care if you have one person to be your designated writer, but each person is going to have to answer one of the questions out loud.
There you go.
The next one is always wrong. I think Daisy would not agree.
The whole rest of you.
She just lets Tom. Because, like, yeah, she spends.
Yes. No, wait. Barely even. Yes. No, didn't she?
It's an husband.
She's trying. Why just explain those? Like,
Oh boy. What if I Daisy? Oh wait, no, Myrtle. Myrtle. That thing. There. Not even gonna call it.
Hey, Jack, that's what Myrtle looks like real quick.
Yeah.
getting it. Whoa.
Yeah, that's Myrtle.
Don't look at this yet. Yeah.
Yes.
They said she had a slip past the skin, so we're like, big Bahamas.
I can't wait till he rewatches these videos recording right here. And he hears this big ball.
Is he actually recording something?
Oh my god.
Dude, be able to have that forever. Jack saying big ball.
Big Bahamas.
Dude, he's gonna blackmail you someday. He'll just be like, oh, remember
I
this?
don't care.
That's funny.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I know. I won't
Is it
spoil
really?
It's a mix.
Oh my word.
Okay, I told you. Just say that.
Straight up.
For Jordan, I think she truly loves. How we doing so far, guys?
So what's the question?
Yeah, she believed that.
I think Myrtle because like she's cheated on.
It doesn't have anything to do with
I don't.
How we doing here so far? All right, team. How are we doing back here? Good. On the third one right now.
Yeah.
Perfect. Stuck on any of them so far? All right. Well, hopefully I come back and you're on the last one. You're like, nope, still not stuck on any.
Okay, focus. Why?
Yeah, pressure's on. I'm ready for a deep, elaborate, super intense answer. I'm not ready to get ready yet.
Look, we find his name is Gatsby.
All right. What makes you think you can do that?
Gaps.
She associates with Nick. He's like, I mean, because Nick's like not very rich, and she's like super wealthy. What are you?
I'm a great artist.
There's some that are gonna be a little. Wait, which one are you stuck on?
Droop your head.
She don't want to do better cut. So we don't have a specific thing that she's falling in love with. Who does he kind of like? Kind of likes her, but he doesn't necessarily.
That picture makes me feel like I need glasses.
Maybe write it based on what
Emily Dickinson.
There's no right or wrong answer.
The other ones you can't just find that one.
Oh, how many days relationship? How many days
Like,
relationship?
she's so fuzzy. Why?
What like he thinks? People. Yeah. From what?
Tyler.
Okay, part of the
Yeah, his romantic opinion is like
acquire
it's kind of
wealth
weird
and
when
social
she's like just
status.
observing more what's going on.
She married
He was right. Well, if you watch these characters do, you would probably agree or you would probably disagree.
We don't,
Yeah, what's up?
we don't have lifting today.
No, she's over. Alright, which one are we on?
It's a good day when you don't have to
The
lift.
last two. Alright. So, it is possible to relive slash.
You don't lift anything anyway.
I'm trying to think of a specific.
Well,
So, what do you know about Thomas Pass? How did everyone our narrator? They went to college together exactly. Yeah, he was in college. He was a football player. He was probably well-liked, well-respected. And then most football players, they're big dudes.
That's not.
Like,
I don't think
linebacker.
perfection.
He's one of the defensemen.
She's also like sad.
He was kind of intimidating. Do you think that he still acts that way? So, this one's gonna be or whether he's acting differently.
I just so far walk.
So, is Tom the type to talk poorly about his ex? Wait, and then just go, when he did this.
She's gonna do that.
Yeah, like she's just like going back at it.
Well,
Have we not put it back yet? Okay. So, moving between different classes of people is difficult. So, what do we know about Gatsby? Has he always had money? Has he not always had money? How did he get his money? Okay, so do you think he thinks it was probably tough to get rich, or do you think it was so they know what we're talking? Do you think it's easy for him to get with a girl who has wealth, or is it difficult for him? And explain why you think that.
I'm just
Yeah, so they know what we're talking about.
Don't worry
What
about
we're talking
too
about.
much specifically about it.
Big
Just come up with one example, like, well, Gatsby, I think it's tough because
Did he start taking it?
there's no right or wrong answer to it. It's just if you can find a reason to back it up a little bit, then you got it right.
Uh-oh. All right, this is the moment we've been waiting for. You made it to the end. Was there any you were stuck on? No. All right. What's one of the ones that you thought was interesting?
that's what that one is.
Adultery is always wrong. No, she has a crush on Gatsby, and she's not.
She's the type of person that would think like she's too strong.
Right, like you ask her, like, oh, that's so bad. When it really comes down to it, right? That's good. It's gonna be a good explanation for that one.
Is that recording?
I'm saying the adultery one. The others are the
Oh, no.
I'll say.
Yeah, I was just talking to her.
Tommy doing.
What is all that numbers for?
That's what last year they
How are we doing?
Oh, really?
50. Woo! Close. You were stuck on or you get
50, only 40 some days.
That's
out.
That's how many points. But the drops at 48. No. First couple games, I was scored all. I had 2 or 3 points. And then last game, I just decided that I had to be at the house.
Alright guys, I know that a lot of us are in different places with where we're finished up with our sheet right now. If you haven't completely finished yet, try to take the next minute or 2 to do so. If you don't, yeah, I say minute weird. A minute. Anyways, on that fun note, and I said nader instead of narrator, it's definitely so, back to the actual Gatsby papers. If you haven't finished yet, we're gonna stop at 10:36-ish. If you don't have really complete answers for them yet, don't worry, as long as you can give something when I ask your group. If you don't have a detailed answer yet, that's okay. We're not gonna spend a lot more time working on this before we actually start talking about them in the whole group.
What are we doing now after this?
After this, I'm gonna give you guys some time to start chapter 6 so you don't have to read it all at home. Chapter 6 is one where we actually find out about Gatsby's past. So like,
Boy, it's
I have a
gonna get
question for you.
dramatic.
So for your video right now, is this just like for you to look at?
it's literally, I submitted, remember the one guy, one of his names is Mr. Saucy. He sits, it's Y-S-A-S-I, and Saucy. I don't know, hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. He's gonna listen to this. Hey Raul, hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right. I literally just have to submit it to him and he looks at it and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, you talk in front of the class. Like part of the thing for Michigan to become a teacher is like you have to have proof that you can direct the class. The only reason I didn't say anything is some people get like super weirded out on their cameras.
I dabbed to him a couple times.
I'm sure he'll appreciate that.
Yeah, just for you.
You can wave hi to him at some point. I just didn't want to like tell everyone to have one
I know I want to do it, man.
the entire time.
Just like slowly like. She's laughing up.
Alrighty guys, we're gonna bring it in. I know there's a few that are completely done with a few of them. If anyone gets stuck, maybe as a whole group we can try to help them out a little bit if they got stuck on one of them. So,
You want the
starting
first
out
two?
with the first one when everyone's quiet.
Next time, last time.
If you haven't finished yet, that's okay. You can take a break for now from what you're writing.
That's like a question.
Alright guys, so the very first one, it says, money can help us make people fall in love with us. So we're gonna start off over here with Gatsby. So does Gatsby think that money can help us make people fall in love with us?
Yes, because he tells us that, like, in the beginning he was kind of poor, he couldn't have money to, like, support Daisy, do something like. And then, like, he tries to get rich and gets richer when I was trying.
Yeah, so the whole reason he's going after trying to get money is he's trying to get rich so that Daisy will love him. Sorry, I forgot one thing before I go around and ask each group. I want everyone to hold up the card with the color for whether they agreed or disagreed. So we got agree, disagree, agree, disagree, and a disagree. So the room's divided in half. Perfect. All right, so back here, who do we have? Which character?
Oh, Daisy.
Daisy. All right, Daisy. Does she agree or disagree that money can help make people fall in love with us?
Well, we thought she kind of disagreed because if she really just cared about money, then she would just stay with Tom. Because Tom also has money, but it's not all about money to her.
Okay.
So,
Perfect. Yeah. So Gatsby also has money. It appears. Tom clearly has a lot of money. If it was only about the money to her, she'd probably just stay with Tom and not worry about him at all. Awesome. All right. So the group up front here with Tom. Did Tom agree or disagree? Agree. Why do we think that Tom would agree?
he buys her
Buys who? Myrtle, exactly. So he's literally buying her love. Like, why do we think that Myrtle's with him? Money. Actually, we'll transition into Myrtle, then we'll discuss both of the characters. Myrtle, did we agree or disagree? Myrtle, we agreed. All right, for what reason? She loves Tom's money. Do we think that Myrtle loves Tom as a person?
No.
No. What did Tom do that might make you think she might not love him as a person?
Beat her. Broke her nose.
Broke her nose. I was gonna say, I don't know what kind of relationships people were supposed to have back then, but I don't think it's one where you break someone's nose. So I think it's probably more about the money there. All right, so who did we have in the front corner here? We got Jordan Baker. Would Jordan Baker agree or disagree with this one?
We said no because like Nick isn't rich, but Jordan seems to like.
Okay, so she seems like Nick, but Nick has, it's like a little rundown shack in comparison to Gatsby's mansion. So he doesn't have nearly as much money, but yet she seems interested in him at least. Perfect. And then the group in the back here. Which character do we have?
Well, we had Nick, and we said no, because he like sees the relationships around him like fall apart, like with Daisy and Gatsby.
Okay, so you said no for him because he sees what?
Like relationships fall apart.
Okay, so he sees relationships fall apart, and is money part of that then, you think?
Yes.
Yes, okay, so which one specifically, like we just discussed it a little bit, which relationships seem to be falling apart because of money? There's one that has to do with these couple groups in the middle here. Tom, exactly. And so whose relationship is falling apart? Tom and Daisy's, and who else? Who's he having an affair with? Myrtle's, exactly. Myrtle and George Wilson. Theirs is falling apart too. Like, Myrtle's literally like, oh yeah, George, he's a good guy, but he doesn't have money. So she literally is not breaking up with him, they're still married, but cheating on him because he doesn't have money. All right, so the next question is, adultery is always wrong. Yes or no? Hold up your cards. Disagree. Disagree, 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 disagree. What do we have up there? Confused. All right, we have a neither disagree nor agree. All right, so everyone either seems to disagree or not be 100% certain. All right, so if you were Nick, why would you disagree that adultery is always wrong, or why do you think he would disagree?
All right, he would disagree because it says that he's engaged and he's still like, I guess like Jordan. So.
Okay, yeah, so there was that rumor at the very beginning that Nick was engaged. He said, oh, it's just a rumor, but rumors usually have some truth behind them. So he might have been engaged, and now he likes Jordan. So apparently he doesn't care that much about cheating. All right, why were we confused here for Jordan?
Because we didn't really get much of a background like, of her cheating.
Okay, so there's not much of a cheating about much of a background about cheating for Jordan. She hasn't really had anything in her specific past. But what does she do that might help out with cheating? Can anyone think of what Jordan might have done that might help cause cheating? She is a liar, but I mean like cheating in the forms of like cheating on someone. Good, what were you thinking?
She like helped get Gatsby and Daisy together.
Did we all hear that?
Okay.
Can you say it again one more time, please?
She put Gatsby and Daisy up together like to meet.
Yeah, she's the first one who goes like, when Gatsby is like, hey, yeah, can I talk to your friend Jordan for a minute here? And Nick's like, oh, okay. And then comes back down, she's like, oh, I heard quite the story, but I'm not going to tell you yet. Ends up telling him, it's like, oh yeah, he loves her. And then she is part of the plan to have them see each other. And she knows that Daisy's married to Tom, and yet she's going to help them see each other. So maybe she's not that opposed to it either. All these characters are just sleazeballs, I'm telling you. Alrighty, in terms of Tom, what was your reasoning for him?
He said no.
Alright, why no?
Because he's cheating on his wife.
He's cheating on his wife, exactly. He's like, oh yeah, whatever. Clearly it's working for me, I got all the money, I don't care. How about for Myrtle?
No, because she's having an affair with
Because she's having an affair with what? With Tom, exactly. So she must not be that against it either. She's having an affair. All right, who do we have up here?
Daisy.
Daisy, and what do we think about Daisy?
We said no.
All right, what's your reasoning for her being no for her?
Because even though like she would be like the kind of person to say like cheating is so wrong, she's kind of still doing it herself with cheating with Gatsby or being with Gatsby when she's with Tom.
Okay, so you think that like if I just walked up to Daisy and I was like, hey, what do you think about cheating? Like, oh, it's so bad. But in reality, she's actually taking part in it a little bit at least. Awesome. And then in the very front here, we have Gatsby. What do we think for him?
Well, we think that Tommy wouldn't be opposed to it because he's trying to get with Daisy even though she's married.
Okay, he's trying to get with Daisy even though she's married. So like we don't know if they've done anything yet or if they haven't. So far, we don't know that they've done anything. But he clearly is in love with her and he knows she's married. So he must not be that opposed to it. The very next one, true love is a myth. Green or red? Oh. And then in the back there, do we have agree or disagree? For true love is a myth. Yeah, agree. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to start off with Gatsby. True love is a myth. Does he agree or disagree? Gatsby disagrees that true love is a myth. Why might he disagree?
Because in the story, Gatsby's trying to use Nick and that as well to win Daisy over.
All right, so did everyone over here hear that? What was the reasoning that he said that Gatsby would disagree that true love is not a myth? Could you say it one more time to make sure they can hear it?
Because in the story, Gatsby's trying to use Nick and also his own wealth to win Daisy.
Okay, so in the story, he's trying to use his own wealth and Nick to win Daisy over because that's his true love. And one of the in the previous class, they said that he thinks that true love would be a myth. Can anyone think of why Gatsby might think true love is a myth? Why might he not think it's actually real?
They haven't actually found a wife yet or something.
Because he what?
He doesn't have a wife yet. He's just kind of a loner.
Yeah, we know that Nick is in his 30s. Gatsby's right around his 30s because they served in the war at the same time, and he doesn't have a wife yet. And what did he think he had with Daisy? What happened when he left for the war? What was it? She married Tom, exactly, and she had said to him, or he at least had thought, that she was going to wait for him to get done with the war. Next thing you know, she's married. So we can see either way. Clearly, true love is hard, but maybe he doesn't think it's a myth because he still loves her. All right, for Daisy, what did we put?
We put no because we think she is truly in love with Gatsby because she always tries to go see him and that kind of stuff.
She's truly in love with Gatsby, so she must not think it's a myth, even though she's married. Awesome. All right, how about Tom?
Yes, because he's with Daisy and Myrtle.
Yes, because he's with Daisy and Myrtle. Okay, so he doesn't think that there's just one true love because he's with multiple people?
He doesn't love them.
And he doesn't love them. Perfect. All right, how about here for Myrtle?
Yes, because she fell in love with Mike.
All right, guys, we need a little bit more quiet so we can hear what that answer was, because I think it was a good one. Say it again so everyone can hear it.
Yes, because she has fallen in love with money.
With money. So she hasn't fallen in love with a specific person. They went and said, oh yeah, Myrtle thinks true love is a thing, but with money, not a person. That's awesome. Good answer. Alrighty, how about back here?
We said yes because there's more than one person out there for you. Like Daisy loves Tom, but also has feelings for Gatsby.
Daisy loves Tom, but also has feelings for Gatsby. So you said you think that it is a myth.
Yeah.
Alright, perfect, because she's not in love with just one person. Alright, and then did we come up with anything for Jordan?
Yeah,
Because she's in love with Nick. Perfect. So she might think that true love is real because she is in love with him. Alright, so I want to do one more of these, and I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Is there any specific one that you guys would like to go over? If not, I'll choose one of them. But if there's one that you thought you had an interesting answer to. Or do you have one? Alright, so the last one that we're going to do is everybody talks badly or falsely about other people behind their backs. So, hold up, green if you agree, or red if your character would disagree. Alright, I'm gonna start on the other side. Alright, so I'm gonna start over here with Jordan. So, everybody talks falsely or badly behind other people's backs. Would Jordan agree or disagree?
Yeah, talks about the rumors about Gatsby.
Talks about the rumors about Gatsby, exactly. She's part of the rumors, she hears people talking about him. She talks about behind other people's backs, and then everyone talks behind her back too about her cheating in that golf tournament. So she seems to be part of the problem with people talking behind other people's backs. How about her Nick?
Yes, he thinks that people talk behind other people's back because he's kind of in the middle of a lot of it. He watches like Tom talk about Daisy behind her back, and he like talks to that one guy about Gatsby, like a lot of different situations where he's just like in the middle of it.
So yeah, Nick, if anyone, would hear the people talking behind other people's backs more than anyone else. He's the narrator. He's telling us all the stories, and literally all of his stories are just, oh yeah, I heard this from this person, or this is happening with this person. This person's cheating with whoever. He hears everyone who's talking behind everyone else's back. Perfect. What do we have here for Myrtle?
She gossips about everyone.
She gossips about everyone. Perfect. Did we come up with anything specific that she did for gossiping? Anyone in the group?
Like at the party, she was talking about people.
Yeah, she was talking about other people while she was at the party. She brings up her friends like, oh yeah, and by the way, my sister, she's considered attractive by those who ought to know, and she's got a very strong opinion about everyone. Perfect. All right, in the front, who did we have, and what did we say about them? All right.
Yeah, he talks badly about Mr. Wilson and how he's like stupid because he doesn't realize his wife is cheating on him.
Exactly. He talks badly about Wilson. He's like, oh yeah, he's so stupid. He doesn't even realize his wife's cheating on him, as he literally takes her away to go have an affair. Perfect. All right. Back here for Daisy.
We said yes because Daisy at the beginning was talking like about the butler to, I forget who she was talking about it to. They were talking about the butler.
About the butler, exactly. And what did they say about the butler? Does anyone remember what it was that was weird about the butler that she thought was so funny?
Like clean shoes before or something.
Yeah, and it hurt his nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, he cleaned shoes so much that the smell started to affect his nose. And then when they arrived with the chauffeur, his name was Ferdy. Do we remember what Nick says to her when Ferdy goes to drop them off? It wasn't a major part, so if you don't remember, I'll remind you. But does anyone remember it?
Did the gas affect his nose?
Did the gas affect his nose? Exactly. That was kind of Nick trying to be sly there. He's like, yeah, did the gas affect his nose since you're making fun of him for his name and you made fun of your other butler too? Like, that's him kind of making a little dig at her there. Like, yeah, you're always talking badly about other people. Like, gas affect his nose too? Is his name really that funny that it's Ferdy? So perfect, yeah, she likes to talk behind other people's backs for sure. All right, and then did we come up with something for Gatsby?
Yeah, we said we agreed because everyone kind of like talks bad about him behind his back and he like knows it.
Exactly, I can't even tell you how many rumors there is about Gatsby. And he knows that everyone's making up rumors because how do we know for sure that he knows people are making up rumors?
He like said something to Nick about like I don't need to believe the rumors about me, so I'll tell you the truth.
Yeah, he's like, I literally know that there's so many things about me. I want to tell you the truth. I don't want you to think the wrong thing because I know that people are making stuff up all the time. Awesome. So if you haven't yet, make sure you get your names on that sheet. Put them in a pile toward the middle of the desk with the green and red cards, and then you can head back to your regular seats.